Hey loves, so this is the look that I'm bringing you today. It is just very natural, very soft, very effortless. You don't have to have any type of crazy skill to be able to accomplish this. This is just what I like to do when I want something that's very easy and ready to go. Like I'm ready to get out the door within like 15 minutes. So if you want to see how to get this look, keep watching. Hey guys, so starting off we are going to use Embryolisse. This is a multitasking product. You can use this for moisturizing your skin, you can use it as a mask, you can use it to remove your makeup, but for my purposes, I was using it as a makeup primer and my moisturizer for the day. It is very hydrating for your skin. It just makes your skin look very glowy and hydrated and dewy. So this is actually my first time using the product, but I'm growing to like it. I'm still trying it out and everything, but it's doing great so far. So moving on to my brows, I'm going to go in with Anastasia's Dipbrow in dark brown. Starting off, I'm going to always brush out my brows to make sure that they're nice and straight and combed out so that you can see any gaps or any spacing that needs to be filled. So using my 216 by MAC, I'm going to go ahead and start at the top of my brow, and I'm just going to fill in the spaces of my brow where they're a little sparse. I have hair there, it's just more sparse than the rest of my brow. So I'm going to fill that in very lightly. The key to making your brows look very natural is to always have a light hand. And if you notice how I place my hand on my brush, it's usually to the middle or to the back of the brush. The farther away your hand is from the tip of the brush, the lighter the pressure. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to brows, is to make sure that you have very light pressure so nothing comes off harsh. So we're just going to use really small strokes that are going in the direction of your hair growth. So as you see, I like to do the body of my brow before I reach the inside of my brow. And the reasoning for this is because when you get to the inside of your brow, that is naturally the lightest part of your brow. So you want to make sure that you have minimal product on your brush and you are very light-handed. Going in with my brow gel from European Wax Center, I'm just going to brush my brows in place. Brow gel is my favorite thing because this is what's going to make your brows look super natural. It's going to make the hair stick out instead of you seeing all the product that you applied to your brow. Taking my Nars Creamy Concealer, I am now just going to trace under my brow. I don't do the top of my brow because I hate that look of a halo brow where you just have this glow around your whole brow. It's just not cute. So I keep it under my brow and make sure that you keep the shade 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. You do not need something that's 5 shades lighter than you because, like I said, you will get a halo. It will look unnatural and it's not sexy. So don't do that. If you are someone who likes to trace the top part of your brow, you can do that. Just make sure that you do something that is your skin tone. So either a concealer that's your skin tone or a foundation that you use all over your face. And take the brush and you're going to pull that product down into your eye, and then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to push the product in and blend it out that way, because the warmth of your fingers is going to help blend that product in more than the brush will. So the same product that I use to trace out my brow, I'm going to use as my eye primer, which is my Nars Creamy Concealer. This is going to help your eyeshadow stay all day without creasing, and it is also going to cover any color pigmentation that you might have going on your eye, such as veins or redness or anything like that. So I used to have an issue where I would put my primer on and I felt like my eyeshadow would be really hard to blend out. And that's the reason why I do this next step, which is applying a translucent powder or a shadow that is your skin tone over the primer before you start blending out your other eyeshadows, because it's going to make that process much easier for you. So going in with my MAC 224 brush, we are now going to start defining our crease. And I am using MAC Soft Brown for this. For my transition colors, I like them to be something that's closer to my skin tone, just a little deeper so that you can get that definition going. Okay, so using windshield wiper and circular motions, you are going to start on the outside of your crease and work your way all the way in to your inner tear duct. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you have smaller eyes, you don't necessarily have to go in to your inner tear duct because it will close your eye off a little bit, but I have big eyes, so I go all the way in and I just like to blow it out and make it look really flawless and blended. Just make sure that you leave your lid free of color. Using MAC's Vanilla, I am just going to apply this under my arch so that I can get a pop of highlights under there. Alright, so going in with a clean Sephora Pro Crease 10 brush, I am just going to blend out the edges where the vanilla and the soft brown meet so that we can get a seamless edge and we don't see any sharp lines. Moving on to the reason why it takes a woman an hour and a half to get ready, our winged liner. This is something that takes a lot of practice. Don't get frustrated with yourself if you don't get it right away. It takes practice. So a big tip is to make sure that you do this in little strokes, just like I said about the brows. You want to try and build up your liner. You don't want to just do one whole swipe and boom, there's your liner, because you're most likely going to mess up that way. So if you just do it in little strokes, in little sections, and build it up, you're more likely to get something that's symmetrical and sharp and not a big blob. And I am just using Wet n Wild's Mega Liner in black for this. It's $3. It's bomb. Just don't go swimming in it because it's not waterproof, but this is a bomb liner and the brush is really thin, so it's really easy to get something really thin, or you can build it up and get something really thick, whatever you want to do. Okay, so my absolute favorite part of makeup is lashes. So I'm going to use my Ardell Wispies for this. And what I'm doing right now is I'm bending the two ends of the lashes together, like making a U shape, because when you bend it, it's going to make it easier to apply to your eye because the lash is going to take like a rounded shape like your eye is. You also want to make sure that the glue that you use you let get tacky before you apply it straight to your eye. That's why you see me shaking it a little bit and giving it about anywhere from like 5 to 30 seconds depending on what glue you use to get tacky, and then you apply it to your eye. So if you let your glue get tacky, it should take you literally no time to put this lash on. I like to use tweezers to help me place the lash on, and I like to start with the middle. So I'm going to place the middle as close to my natural lash line as possible and press it in, and then I'm going to go into the ends and I'm going to secure those into place. Going in with Becca and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop, I'm just going to throw this into my inner corner just to bring some light and sparkle to my eye. I'm going to use a light colored eyeliner for this because I want my eyes to stay nice and open, so I'm going to use NYX Wonder Pencil in Light for that. Foundation. I like to wear a very light coverage foundation on most days. I'm not a full coverage person, so for my foundation I am using Charlotte Tilbury's Light Wonder. This is a very light and glowy foundation, so if you have oily skin, this might not be for you, but this looks amazing on your skin. It's going to give you a great glow and it's very hydrating. So I'm going to apply this with a damp beauty blender. You want to make sure that your beauty blender is always damp when you use it. That is the point of it, to give you a very flawless airbrush look. Back into the MVP of concealers, we are going to use my Nars Creamy Concealer again to highlight. I'm just going to place this in all the places that I would like to have a lighter highlight. So I'm going to put this on my cheekbones. I'm going to put it on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and all that. I try not to cover my freckles because I really like my freckles, and it's really hard to let them stick out. But I'm just going to blend this out once again with a damp beauty blender, and then, yeah. For my contour, I'm going to go in with my MAC 286 blending brush. This is a duo fiber brush, so it works very well with creams and liquids. I'm going to blend out my Ben Nye matte foundation contour. So you want to make sure when you're contouring that you are using something that is geared towards your skin tone. Once again, like everything else, if you are cool, you want to make sure that you're using something that's more on the cool, like gray type side. If you are warm like I am, we're going to go with something that's a little more golden and warm. I like to start blending with this brush because it's going to give you a very airbrushed look, but later I am going to go in with a damp beauty blender, and I like to use the beauty blender because it's going to make it look very seamless, and then a beauty blender is also going to pick up any excess product that you have lying on your face that you don't need. So that's why I use the two of those products. Using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I am just going to set my face and bake a little bit. I'm really not going to bake, actually. I'm just going to apply it and then blend it out immediately. I don't bake too much because for some reason I think that it makes me look more cakey and it seems to settle into my fine line. So I don't bake too much, but I do like to set my highlighted areas with this powder. It's very finely milled and it looks flawless in pictures. So to set and define my contour areas, I like to use MAC's Mineral Skin Finish in medium dark. Medium dark is actually my actual skin tone match. So I like to start with that, and I like to build my contour up. Just like you were doing your eyes and you use a transition color and you build it up, same thing is what I do with my contour. I use my regular shade and then I'm going to go in with something a little deeper to define my contour. And I'm going to use MAC's Skin Finish in dark to deepen and define my contour. So if you notice a pattern, I love my duo fiber brushes. If you don't know what a duo fiber brush is, it's the brush that goes from dark to light. You can use these for powders or liquids, but like I said, they give you that really pretty, flawless airbrushed look. So for the most part, my brushes that I use to blend are duo fiber brushes. Now I'm just going to be putting on my What's Up by Benefit cream highlighter, and I like to do this because it's going to intensify your highlight, and who doesn't want to glow to the gods? So I'm going to do that, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to apply it, and then I'm going to use a fan brush to apply Becca and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop, and I'm going to highlight the tip of my nose, that's my favorite, and then my Cupid's bow and all the other normal places that you highlight. Back at it again with the duo fiber brush. I'm going to blend out all the edges of everything we did from our contour to our highlight. Blending is always going to be your best friend. You can never do too much of it. So just blend everything out until you feel like you look flawless. I then like to take a clean F30 brush by Sigma. It's just a large powder brush to blend a little more and make sure everything looks seamless once again. I do like to apply mascara to my lashes because I think that it makes them look more natural because it's going to blend your natural lashes with the false lashes. So you don't have to go overboard with it because you don't want to ruin your lashes, but it will make them look more natural. Fix Plus. This is my life in a bottle. This is not a setting spray. Regardless of what you've heard before, Fix Plus is not a setting spray. It is a mist that is just going to make your skin look like skin. It's going to take away a powdery look. It's going to make you glow. It's going to make you hydrated. It is literally life in a bottle. So if you don't have it, go get it. For lips, I'm going to line with Kylie's Dolce K liner. And I'm going to use MAC's Viva Glam 2 lipsticks. These lipsticks are awesome. They help the MAC AIDS Fund. So if you buy one, it is going to help somebody who is affected by AIDS. And I am going in with NYX Butter Gloss in, I think it's, what is it? Creme Brulee. I'm going to glow a little bit more because who the hell doesn't want to glow more? I was really trying to like glow this day, so I went a little overboard and I used Anastasia's Glow Kit in that glow and went in with golden bronze on my contoured areas. And then I'm just going to blend it out again, per usual, and we are all set.